Ladies and gentlemen, the 44th President of the United States, the Honorable Barack H. Obama.
How embarrassing that he actually had to be the only living president, because we know that Jimmy Carter just passed away, that he's the only living president who had to appear by himself because Michelle decided that she didn't want to show up. Now, originally, I was saying that Michelle didn't show up because she was absolutely disgusted with politics, or it's a possibility that, you know, she was just being sassy or just being a regular person from her culture, standing on business like people from the culture expect for her to do. And you've seen a lot of people that were actually supporting that narrative when it came to Michelleobama. They were saying that Michelleobama just didn't want to go. We reviewed the CNN pundits that was online talking about the same thing. And that was the narrative, right? That was the thing that was being communicated, is just that she wasn't going. A lot of people speculated she wasn't doing it because she was sick, and all of these different things that were being communicated across the internet is speculation, which it makes it difficult for him, because speculation then leads to rumors, and then people start to dig. And when you don't put on a unified front, right? When you start to break from tradition, right or wrong, right? People start to speculate as to whether or not there's something else going on behind the scenes, or if everything is just cool and you just being a mad woman that you are. But let me play this video that somewhat perfectly summarizes what's been popping up everywhere, all over my timeline, inside of my emails, all of that. This is what's being communicated, and I think it might surprise you a little bit.
Breaking right now, an extraordinary mystery developing over the state of President Obama and Michelle's marriage. Now, there has been a huge amount of speculation as to what exactly is going on after Michelle first missed the funeral of the former US President Jimmy Carter. Some folks said that was because she didn't want to have to sit next to Donald Trump at the event. But then the announcement that she was also going to be skipping Trump's second inauguration, something she didn't do, remember, back in 2017. Now insiders are predicting an Obama divorce announcement. And I want to bring you this exclusive reporting from Jessica Reed Krause, who is the author, very well connected. Should point out she is a Trump and RFK junior ally, but a very well-connected cultural journalist who publishes the House Inhabit Substack. And she has reported overnight, the question now isn't if, but when. If I had to guess, they will wait until after the inauguration to announce it. Timing, you know, is everything. And yet the story doesn't end there. For months, I've heard Jennifer Aniston's name tied to Barack. At first, it seemed ridiculous, but the rumors have remained steady among New York and LA circles. Yesterday's DMs, that's someone who is one of her sources who has communicated with her directly. This is something Jennifer publishes often. He's with Jennifer Aniston. My old manager, now a friend, is connected to her inner circle. At a gathering with Jennifer's friend, the affair came up casually. Jennifer herself admitted it. They were sitting with a psychic, which makes it sound surreal, but it's definitely not a secret among her closest friends. Now, Jessica goes on, if this is true, it changes everything. The Obamas have been a symbol of stability and grace for years. A revelation like this would completely shatter that image. And for someone like Michelle, who spent her life embodying tradition and loyalty, it must feel like an unbearable betrayal. For now, it's all whispers, but the whispers are getting louder.
I am starting to see a lot of people, and when I say a lot, I'm talking about a lot. A lot of people speaking on, speculating, and reporting, because they are saying, for example, that he pulled up to a restaurant by himself in the back of a restaurant, and of course you can't hide if you're Barack Obama for an extended period of time, and then the paparazzi started following him and saying that he met up with some mysterious girl in the back of a restaurant. Now, I'm not one for rumors. You've never really seen me report on rumors here on the Anton Daniels channel. That's just not what we do. We wait until we can substantiate that it's a real story, that we get the evidence, and then we speak on it from a factual perspective. But I think this one is worthy of having a conversation about, because if this be true, if this is a real thing, if she didn't show up to a funeral, and again, it's a difference between showing up to the inauguration versus a funeral, which I don't think that it should be that big of a difference considering President of the United States of America. If your husband is showing up, and I've been saying this, and I was saying this is the reason why I'm having this conversation right now, because I was talking about, and I said that it was embarrassing. I said it on a Millionaire Morning Show. I said it on this channel last week. I said that it was embarrassing for her to not be an extension or a representation of what he is. For him to have to pull up by himself and deal with a lot of this stuff by himself, and her completely breaking with tradition, it embarrasses him, and it embarrasses the legacy that is tied to him. Now we have to start asking a question, right? We have to ask the question and say, well, what does this do to his legacy? Both if they are or aren't on the rocks, because now there's a bunch of insiders that said they work for this particular organization or whatever, or they was working in the White House when they was there or whatever, blah, 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 and that they hated each other, that they, you know, didn't interact with each other, that they wasn't really what they was presenting out to the media, to the general public. And of course, social media wasn't.
That part to me is kind of hard to believe. I mean, you never know what's going on inside, you know what I'm saying, inside home. So a lot of stuff could be going on, and we don't, of course, we don't know. They don't show it on the outside, which makes sense. I wouldn't show, if anything me and my wife are going through, we don't show that in public so people could think, hey, they got something going on. Because sometimes most of these things are petty and it's easy to fix. So if you show that outside and people notice it, you know, they're going to be talking crap, man. People going to talk crap no matter what. But when they see even that, all that stuff they were saying before, they're going to be like, see, I told you that was true. So try to, you know, don't let them paint the narrative where they could say, hey, something is really going on between them. And I don't think, but with Barack Obama, I do think that's, you know, embarrassing as the man for you not to show up there with your wife at both the Jimmy Carter funeral and at the Trump inauguration. Even though Trump didn't show up to Biden's on, I disagree with Trump for not coming up there too. So Trump is wrong. But I feel like this one, Trump, okay, like Trumpson, when Trump didn't go, what's her name? Melania didn't go either, so both of them didn't attend. But this one only, but for Trump's inauguration, only Obama came. And she stayed home. And like we said before, she didn't even go to Jimmy Carter funeral. And that kind of shows some, you know, some weird things. So is this true that maybe something could be going on between them? We don't know. We don't know. You know, everybody's speculating right now, and it'd be sucked like if it was like a, you know, a snow bunny out there, like, you know, that Obama is messing with somebody else and she find out, you know, that sucks. But still at the same time, I would not show that in public saying, hey, you know, I'm not going no matter where my husband go, I ain't going. Because now everybody's going to look at you as a manly person, you know what I'm saying? Like how we've been thinking before, not me, but I'm saying how people is thinking like, hey, this is what I'm saying about black women, how black women think they run stuff. You can't tell them anything. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them to do that. You can't tell them that, nothing. Because they tend to, you know, feel like they run things, man. They be manly. You know, people gonna paint this narrative no matter what, because I guess it's just the way how black women show themselves. And it sucks to say that, because now all black women are like that. We understand it's not all, but it's a lot of them that do show themselves like that, you know, and that's kind of suck. But if it is a mystery, somebody out there and it's a snow bunny, woo, all hell finna break loose. Oh my God, this is probably gonna be one of the craziest. This is gonna be worse than Clinton's when he got caught with what's her name? I forgot her name. In the Oval Office. It's gonna be worse. But anyway, let's continue.
But you know, it's not what it is today. But what does this say if this is true about several different things? Let's explore from both sides, right? Let's say that it is true. I don't remember any president in history getting divorced. I
too,
know
I
that
don't
there's
remember
not a
either.
president in my lifetime that has gotten divorced. I know that for a fact. But if y'all can think of a president that has ever gotten divorced, y'all let me know. Please. I mean, like I said, Bill Clinton was getting head and he's still holding it down. He had big head.
That's
Hillary.
what I'm saying.
That was right there. Like, this nation is supposed to be a symbol of traditional values governed by our Constitution. And if we don't have that as a symbol, I mean, that's part of the reason why most of the people get elected is because they show that they are. You have to practically have a spouse to get elected. But what does this show about the culture, and what does it show about them? That we, they like to group us all up in the same place. I don't think that we all the same, but let's have that conversation that we can't get it together. More importantly, even if it's not, it sends a bad message about her not being there and being available. And this is one of the reasons why people are having this conversation and speculating in the first place. It's unnecessary drama. It's unnecessary trauma. It's a bad representation of Obama. And I'm wondering, what does this turn into if at any point, come on, man, this is impossible. Look, if this was to be true, if this is a real thing that then gets revealed to show itself to be true, this will be the biggest story in 2025, all the way going forward. I mean, this year, going into last year and this year has been nothing short of crazy, absolute crazy. I mean, as soon as we get the adults back in office, now you got rumors of Obama getting divorced. Or Obama and Jennifer Aniston is talking. Forget the Jennifer Aniston part. We don't even care. And she would be with a snow bunny.
That's what I'm saying.
Just break black women's hearts. You would absolutely break the ladies' hearts out here in these streets, but it would make perfect sense. She out here on her own. She's doing her own thing. She's doing a book tour. She says she never really wanted to be, the first lady in the first place. Strong masculine. That's the thing that we used to seeing in our community. Oh man, the vlogs, the people, everybody is gonna have a field day. But I'ma just say, as one of the, I guess, larger YouTubers now, you heard it here first. You heard, when you go out and see it, you heard it here first. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, T-Chanley, 40% off your first order, plus 20% off for life. I love you.
All right, enough of that. This is what I'm saying. So, listen, if it's a snow bunny involved, or Anton said that she didn't want to be like a first lady or anything. I don't believe that. I think they knew what they was getting themselves into. So he started this a long time ago. Even though he just popped up out of nowhere, no one knew who Obama was. No one knew who they were. Period. We just knew they was from Chicago, and that's all pretty much what we knew. We was waiting around and was like, we need to read up more, because you just popped up out of nowhere and just automatic. People just like, oh, this is what we're going for. You're a black guy. You this. And they already assume. That's how black people is. Us black folks, we believe. We want everybody to be black, no matter who it is. But if you're not doing what we want you to do, and you and you saying you black, oh, it's over for you. But anyway, like I was saying, she didn't want to. I don't believe that at all. But this will be the worst. This whole year for the rest of the year. We just started that they get a divorce. Wow, that means Trump. She really hate Trump, or we know she hate Trump. Definitely know their relationship wasn't real at all. It was not real, which I believe sometimes it's not, because the way they be acting sometimes. Because remember, even doing for Carmela, when it was saying up there for her, all her speeches, she didn't have Barack next to her. I think only one time. All the others, she was pretty much down there. Even how she downgraded men, that's messed up, man. And I think maybe they is going through something. If they is, I just hope they could shoot that, throw that under the rug, man. We not trying to see that for real. That's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt for real, no lie. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. You guys have a great one. Peace out.